Hey guys, Killer Whale here again, and today I got a game of Arena on the map Powerhouse. Now, I thought this game was a very good example of showing the power positions on the map, because at the start we end up making a couple mistakes, the other team gains map control, and they gain a huge lead over us, and we have to try to work our way back from being down a decent amount of points. So at the start, our team makes the mistake of only sending one player to Rockets, and he gets beaten, so the other team gets Rockets. Me and another teammate stayed back and team shotted from the main ramp, but were unsuccessful. Now here, I get what I would describe as a pretty bad spawn, just right next to 3 enemies, so I didn't have much of a chance there, and I ended up getting killed. Their team's up by a pretty large margin right now. Now I spawn and I move towards my team because we're trying to take over office. The office building is probably the best place on the map to try to control. I managed to kill one player, I drop down away from the shots coming at me, and I try to peek shoot just a little bit, but the enemy has a rocket, fires it through the door, and gets me with the splash damage. So not the best start, down by a lot here. I spawned pretty far from my teammates and see, alright, where can I help out here? Moving around a bit, but once again, just a terrible spawn, puts an enemy right behind me. Doesn't really give me a chance at all. I end up getting killed, but my teammate finishes that kill. Spawn in middle, once again, not close to my teammates at all, so I decide I'm not going to go towards the enemy, I'm going to run back towards my team, because if we're going to try to take over the office building, we're definitely going to need a bunch of people working together. Now I see an enemy jetpacking up to my teammate, and I run down here thinking, if the enemy drops, at least I can clean him up after it's over. I hear some callouts that there's an enemy at top nipples, which is at the top of DMR up there, and that might be the most powerful position on the map when you're controlling it. You need somebody up there with the jetpack. Now I pick up the assist rifle right here, and I'm just looking around trying to figure out where I should be shooting, because I know most of the enemies are going to be at office or in the back rocks. See my teammates trying to take control of the top DMR spawn. I'm just looking around seeing who I can team shot with. I decide I'm not seeing many enemies from top of the dormitories, so I move over a little bit behind my teammates on main ramp to get a slightly different angle, see if that'll help. Dominator calls out there's an enemy somewhere by the hammer house, so I'm being a little bit cautious here. I turn around for a second because I see a teammate die, and Dom gets into a fight. I put one shot, teammate puts a shot, and Dom ends up finishing him. See, they still have an enemy up there at DMR3 or top nipples, and he is just putting shots in everybody. It's a very useful position. When you're up there, you can put shots in a lot of the map, and you have great cover. But all the rest of his team is around the office area. I back up here because I'm waiting for a teammate to get there. Once he does, I run back up to see if the enemy will drop down. He ends up dropping away from us. One of our teammates tried to sneak into the bottom of office by themselves, and it didn't work out there. You're definitely going to want to push his groups on this map. Here I get really lucky because he spammed at the beginning of the fight, so he ended up missing a lot of shots. Pick up the double. I poke out because my teammate called the third enemy was no shields, but he already knew I was there, so I didn't get him. Now we get a really lucky spawn. Our whole team spawns behind office in the back rocks, now that the other team has moved away from office too much. So we all poke out. Rockets were up a little while ago, so it's pretty likely the other team grabbed him here. Listen to some callouts, get the enemies near us. See, now we're in the power position of the map, so you're going to see us make a comeback pretty quick right here for a bit. Basically catching up to the other team's score. Because now the only places they can spawn are by dormitories, by Powerhouse, and by the main ramp down by Shotgun. So we know the general area they'll be spawning, and we have the height advantage. So we just have to team shoot everybody, throw some good grenades, and we can take our lead back. See, their whole team is on ramp right now. One jetpack's up behind us and gets a lucky spam kill on me, but I tie with him. I spawn Powerhouse and I decide I'm going to stick here because I've got enemies on both sides of Powerhouse. So I'm just going to chill around this general area. And enemy makes a terrible mistake and decides to jetpack up to me. Now, we've lost office control again, even though we've almost tied the lead again, caught up by a bunch of kills. So our whole team decides we gotta get back to office. So we all start making the push as soon as one guy on our team spawned in the back rocks. Still, enemies are all by main ramp, probably a few by Powerhouse, and they just they have to go through the open in order to get to us. Still at main ramp. Got team shotted. Right here, I notice after killing this guy that our entire team moved up away from the rocks, so I run back quick to see if I can get there, but nope, another bad spawn. Enemy started behind us, and I didn't really have a chance again. Spawn system doesn't seem to like me this game. But we caught up. The score was 31-31, but now the other team has control of office again. So there goes our lead, and they have the advantage. There's another player just holding down top nipples where it's just so tough to get them out of there. That's another one of the reasons I'm hoping for the removal of jetpack. Just spots like that that just completely make your side of the map close to invincible. Here, my teammate called out an enemy in Hammer House, so I go take a look and realize, oh, he's right in front of me. Jump back, I put some shots. I actually decided to chase him down. Luckily, he missed his jump and I get him. I hit with a nade launcher and run around trying to avoid the guy above me. And right here, I make the mistake. I assumed that their team would be calling out and that guy would know where I was immediately. But the guy didn't know where I was. I put a shot into him and then he noticed me, so that was just my bad. But I get a really good spawn and clean up a kill almost instantly. We've got our lead. The other team spawns behind us again at the main ramp after we start moving around to ring 2. So they sort of sandwiched our team there. I'm trying to work my way back towards the middle. See a teammate die over there, so I throw some nades, but I don't want to just run over there and risk getting killed. Put some shots into him while he's jetpacking. Another teammate spawns behind me, we both put some shots, and that guy didn't have a chance. Now, one of our teammates is below office, but enemy spawns behind me again. Just the 4th terrible spawn in this game, but I managed to get this one. And we have 2 teammates in bottom middle, so... Oh, their team spawned Powerhouse, and I started getting shot, so I just had to run as fast as possible, see if I can get away. Our team is spending too much time in this game, like, divided. We should be pushing as a team, but we keep getting 1 or 2 players who are trying to push down low, which would work if the rest of us were helping, but we're just not in situations where we can help. Put shots across the map because I see one of my teammates is going to office too. I want to get as much attention, on me as possible while he's up there. I decided to try to run, but didn't make it in time. But my teammates did make it to office, so that sort of paid off. Now we're all behind office again. Up by 1 kill, it's looking good. I'm trying to find different angles to focus on the guys who are at top DMR and top nipples, because they're the biggest threat right now. There's a bunch of them above, below our base. My teammates spawned rocks again, which was thankfully because I don't think I would have been able to hold that place if they hadn't gotten the lucky spawn. Now I'm just peek shooting, and our team makes the same mistake again, which is basically we control office, and then our whole team, for some reason, just starts moving towards Hammer House. And I sort of just flow with them, because I'm trying to get some angles on the guys at nipples. But afterwards, I always try to immediately move back to office. But then teammates are calling out that they need some help over here, so I just run over. Probably not the best move, but we're up by 2 or so. My teammates had a couple power weapons. I knew might be worth it to try to get over there and keep them alive. So we're up by 3, only need 3 kills. I'll put some shots in across the map and just get the nastiest jetpack team shot of my life in my face. A spawn, only need 2 kills, only 1 kill. We got this. Our team's at office now, so we have the high ground. Game over. And we trap the other team. My teammates pick up the last kill. Alright guys,